Hey guys, so I just wanted to make this video because last week I was supposed to have talked to you guys about what spina bifida was and give you more of the statistics, but like I said, I just didn't think that was the right time to do it. So this week I'm actually going to do that video, and it's going to be broken up into two different parts. This is going to be part one. Next week I'll do part two. And if I look down a lot again, it's because I wrote notes. These two next videos, part one and part two, are going to be with a lot of information, so I actually wrote everything down so that I don't forget anything. And there's a lot of medical terms in this part and in the second part of the video, just because of the fact that it's more of the facts and statistics. So in about maybe 2 weeks I'll make another video talking to you guys about what those words actually mean and give you more of like the baby version of it, of what those words means, because I didn't even know what they meant until recently. So yeah, I will make a video in about 2 weeks about those type of words, because there are a lot of medical terms in these next two videos. So if you don't understand them, it's okay. I will make one just explaining what those words mean. So let's jump right into part one. Okay, so this first part of the video is going to be talking about what spina bifida actually is. And spina bifida just means split spine, which is pretty much what happened with me. I was told that when I was born, my spine just was not connecting to the bottom portion of my spine, so it was literally like a gap between. So that's what happened with me. And spina bifida happens when a baby is in a womb and the spinal column just does not close all the way. So it's basically what I just said happened to me, that my bottom part of my spine, because spina bifida happens at different levels of the spine. Mine happened to be at the bottom part of my spine, so it just didn't connect to pretty much my tailbone. It didn't connect to there. So the rest of my spine was actually formed, just not the bottom portion of it. And then 8 out of 10 babies are born in the United States every day that actually have spina bifida. And if they do not have spina bifida, they have a disability that either affects the spine or the brain. And in my case, it affects both: my brain because of the hydrocephalus and my spine because of the spina bifida. So I didn't actually know there was that many babies that are born in the United States, 8 out of 10 that are born with spina bifida, because growing up I didn't really know anybody that has spina bifida except for myself. So yeah, this is actually more comforting to know that 8 out of 10 babies are born every day with spina bifida, because I know there's other people out there that pretty much went through the same thing I went through. So yeah, let's get into the second part, which is what causes spina bifida. Okay, so what causes spina bifida? Nobody really knows for sure, but some believe that it's genetic and others believe that it's environmental. As far as my type of spina bifida, I do not know how I got it. Nobody in my family, at least that I know of, has a disability in general, let alone spina bifida. So I'm just assuming that mine was genetic, but I don't really know if anybody in my family has it. So yeah, there are 4 different types of spina bifida. There is occult spinal dysmorphism. I know I butchered that word, but it's the long version of OSD. There's spina bifida occulta, meningocele, and myelomeningocele. It's also known as spina bifida cystica, which is what I have. It's the most severe version of spina bifida. The one that's not as severe is spina bifida occulta. In part 2 of the video, I will get into what those 4 different types of spina bifida actually are and how they are treated. So yeah, those are the 4 different types. There's actually a 5th type that is not actually on the Spina Bifida Association, which is where I got all of my information for this video. I put the link for them below so you guys can check out their website. I actually learned about the 5th type of Spina Bifida through another YouTuber. Her name was Andreas, and she has myelomyelin. And I will link the video that she talks about her type of Spina Bifida below as well, so you guys can watch that and learn about the 5th type, since she's the one that personally has it. You guys can learn about it from her. So in part 2, I'll talk about what these 4 different types are and how they are treated. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next slide about if the birth defect of Spina Bifida can actually be detected before the baby is actually born. So I'll see you guys in the next slide. So can Spina Bifida be detected before birth? And as of today, yes, it can be, but from what my mom told me when she was pregnant with me, she did not know that I was going to be born with Spina Bifida. So I'm guessing with today's technology, it has increased the chances of actually finding out if your child will be born with Spina Bifida. So there are 3 tests that you can actually take. There's a blood test. It's called the alpha fetoprotein test, AFP for short, and it pretty much is like any other blood test. They draw your blood and they'll find out if the baby's gonna be born with Spina Bifida. Or with an ultrasound, with today's technology now having the 3D ultrasounds and more of the detailed ultrasounds, not like the ones back in the 90s where you could barely see anything. You can actually see the baby's spine more detailed, because what happens with Spina Bifida, it kind of has like a little hump in the back, so that's more detailed in the ultrasounds now, so that you can actually see that, and that pretty much will tell you that your baby will be born with Spina Bifida. And another way is the amniocentesis, and for those of you that have children already know what this is. It pretty much is a long needle that they actually stick into your stomach and take out amniotic fluid, so that they can actually see if there's any deficiencies or anything like that within the amniotic fluid, to say that there is going to be a disability or deformality with your child. And again, just wanted to point this out, that these tests are not always accurate. So if they do the test and do an ultrasound as well, and it shows that your child is fine, but yet it still comes out with the Spina Bifida, it's not that the doctors don't know what they're doing, it's just that these tests don't always come out accurate. They're not 100%. There's still a small chance that your child might come out with a disability, whatever that is. It's just the fact that these tests are not 100%. So it's not the doctor's fault or anybody's fault for that matter. It's just something that happens. Hey guys, so this last part of it is going to be talking about the prevention of Spina Bifida. And the way that you can prevent it is by taking folic acids 3 months before and during your pregnancy, to decrease your chances of having a baby with Spina Bifida. And they actually recommend that since most babies are unplanned, you should actually be taking the 0.4 milligrams of folic acids from the time that you are actually able to have children. Every woman is different as to when they're actually able to have children, but from the time that you are actually able to have children, you should be taking the folic acids so that you can decrease your chances of having a baby with Spina Bifida. And if you have a family member that actually has Spina Bifida, you automatically fall into that genetic factor. So it automatically increases your chances of having a child with Spina Bifida. So they recommend that you take 4.0 milligrams of the folic acids to actually decrease your chances of having a child with Spina Bifida. And again, it's going to be the 0 to 3 months of your pregnancy, before and after. And again, just so that you know that you have that genetic factor, you should also be taking it from the time that you're actually able to have children, because most babies are not planned. And if you end up getting pregnant and you have that genetic factor, it automatically increases your chances. So just to lower your chances even more than you would have if you would have took the folic acids within the 3 months before and after your pregnancy, you should be recommended to take it before you're even pregnant, so that you actually lower your chances of having a child with spina bifida. So thanks for watching this video. It wasn't as long as the last, thank God. But yeah, I'll make part 2 next week. And like I said, I'll make a video talking about what these medical terms are, like folic acid and the whole thing with hydrocephalus. I'll make a video about what that means as well, and pretty much break those words down for you. And then I'll be making a video later down the line about what folic acid actually is, so that you guys actually understand and know the side effects and pretty much the pros and cons on it, so that you guys actually are aware of what it is. So I'll see you guys next week in part 2. Thanks for watching.